Hey everyone, this is your girl Joya with Make Me by Joya Makeup Artistry, and today I'll be answering questions that I've been inboxed on my website and also on my Facebook. And I'm going to answer four of those questions tonight, and I'll answer some more later on this week. The first question I'm going to address is how to choose your foundation. Now, I do recommend going to a department store to choose your foundation because that way you're actually able to test it out and you have someone working with you that has some experience in matching your foundation. Now, I don't have a brand preference that I recommend because everyone's skin is different and everyone's skin has different needs. So you definitely want to go and try out the different brands to see which one fits your needs. But when you do try them out, make sure they do test the color on your jawline. That way you can see how it can compare from your neck to your face, because you don't want a big difference, but you want to have a perfect complexion and you want to look very even all over. I tend to go for items that's oil free because I have normal skin, so I don't want to put anything that's too oily on my skin or anything that's going to hold too much moisture on my skin because I don't need it. Now, if you're a person that with drier skin, that may be something that you need. If you're a person with oily skin, you definitely don't want an oil based foundation. You want something oil free, and if possible, something that has oil mattifiers in it. And also, when you go to the makeup counter, I know you may have friends that wear this, and wear that, but goes for what goes with your skin and your skin tone, because all foundations does not have the same undertone. Some people, when you take a look at your skin, they have a golden undertone. You can have a peachy undertone, a red undertone, and a pink undertone. So pretty much make sure you find out what your tones are when you're going to the counter. The next question I'm going to address is, what are the main brushes that you need to apply makeup? Now, for me, since I'm a makeup artist, I use tons of brushes. I use buffing brushes, foundation, powder, concealer, contour and blending, hard angle, soft angle, cheeks. I airbrush brushing, bronzing brushes. You don't need all of that. I just prefer to use all of that because I know how to use all of those items, and it does give you a certain look. But for the beginners and the intermediate, you're just intermediate and you're wearing your everyday makeup, the only brushes that you need is a foundation brush. You'll need an all-over powder brush. You'll need a blush brush, and you'll need a flat brush for your eyelids and your brow bone, and you will also want a contour and blending brush, which is a soft brush that you'll go in between the creases of your eyes. And though all those brushes are your basic blending brushes, brushes that you'll need to have your makeup looking flawless. Do you have to spend a whole lot of money on the brushes? No, you do not, but be careful with some of the really cheaper brushes because I know when they get wet, they can get really stinky and they can fall apart. So if you're going to use on a lower end or more of affordable brushes, I do recommend the Sonia Kashuk brushes that you can find at Target, I believe. I'm not sure if they're at Walmart, but I know for sure they are at Target. If you're going to do the higher end brushes, you could go to the department stores, and they have a lot of selections. And I've really never had a problem with any of those brushes, so it's your brand of choice. The next question I'm going to address is about eyeshadows. Is MAC the only good highly pigmented eyeshadow? Absolutely not. And I'm going to say that again, not at all. MAC is really good for their eyeshadows, but there's so many different brands out there. We have Makeup Forever, we have Stila, there's Sugar Pill Cosmetics, OCC Cosmetics, Ingla. There's so many different makeup companies that has really good color, that has really good color lines. So it's something that you definitely want to go out and explore. Go to your Sephora's, go to your Ultas, because they have so many different brands in there, and you can try out the pigments and see what works best for you. If MAC works best for you, go for MAC. But other than that, I promise you, there's so much more out there. And if you want to go on something that's a little bit more affordable, you can actually try the L'Oreal HIP. They're pretty good. They're pretty good pigmented eyeshadows for a lower price, and the NYX is pretty good for the more affordable brands. And my last question I get is, how do your skin look so dewy? Well, they say milky. I have an obsession with milky skin, illuminating, glowing skin. what I do personally is I use a Urban Decay product called DEWY, and it adds a lot of sheen and dewiness to your skin, and it's a spray, but pretty much only use that in the summertime because it actually makes your skin feel really good too. And I use that a couple times a day, and it just make you look flawless. In the meantime, I'm actually using a Laura Mercier illuminating bronzing powder, and I just use that on once, and it stays on literally, you guys, all day. And you can find that at your Sephora's or your Laura Mercier counters. Another thing that I do use is the Laura Mercier primer, and that goes underneath your foundation, and you can use that alone. And when you do use it alone, it does give you like a shimmer and a glitter to your skin, a glow, I should say, to your skin. And I know Smashbox also make an illuminating primer, so you may want to also go ahead and try that. Okay, so if you have any other questions, or if there's any tips that you all would love for me to give you guys, don't hesitate to inbox me or send me a message. My website is www.makemebyjoya.com. You can follow me on Twitter at makeme_byjoya. You can follow me on Facebook at makemebyjoya. And I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Marcy Jackson for my lovely earrings. They're yellow and pink, which also matches my makeup, which is yellow. And that's from Medusa. That's their eye dust. And I have on a MAC Barbie pink eyeshadow with a MAC charcoal color in Sephora Universal Beige underneath my brow. And I have on my Physical Formula gel liner and my Sephora liquid eyeliner in black. And I have on Sosi eyelashes. Aren't they beautiful? 73. And I have on a pink MAC lip gloss. I'm sorry I don't have the name of it, but it's a really pink, pretty lip gloss. And I also want to give out a shout out to So Pretty Couture. I'm trying to show my t-shirt. It says Pretty Girls Club. They're based out of Charlotte at North Lake Mall. So you can go ahead and take a look at all the pretty t-shirts and tanks that they have to offer. They're very glamorous, very fabulous. So I hope I'm getting a little tongue tied here. Been talking too long. I hope I answered your questions, and I have more questions for you, answers for you later on this week. Ciao.